Please welcome Atlassian co-founder and co-CEO, Mike Cannon Brookes.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming to Team 24. I'm so happy to be with you here in Vegas, and thank you to everyone watching across the world online. Now, make some noise if this is your first team event. Oh wow, that was actually really good. Welcome to all of you. How about those of you that are regulars and can show them how it's really done? Nice. I couldn't be more excited to get into it. I can honestly say it's been a truly amazing year, and we have some simply awesome things to show you today. First, we reached a major milestone with more than 300,000 customers now using our products. That means millions of you in more than 200 countries and territories across the globe are waking up to Atlassian products every single day and helping to keep our world moving forward. Now, our customers represent every kind of organization, from those building the vehicles of the future, to protecting our health, reimagining how we create and design, connecting ever more people to education, or driving magical advancements in AI. Now, the highest performing teams in the world are running on Atlassian, and I want to thank you for your trust in us. Whatever your team's focus, we understand that your world is running ever faster, and trust me, we're running fast alongside you. Now, for your organization to move faster, the best experience of Atlassian's products is in the cloud. We reached a key milestone on our cloud journey this year with the end of server support. If you've moved to the cloud, I'm glad you've started reaping the huge benefits that our cloud platform is delivering. We're proud to be supporting some of the world's largest enterprises, including many of you in the audience here today. You're operating complex organizations, and you're not only choosing Atlassian, but you're depending on our innovations to help propel you forward. As such, you have demanding needs, and we're excited for that challenge. We're proud to be by your side, pushing hard on cloud scale, performance, and compliance to continue to serve your enterprise better. In the last 12 months, Atlassian Cloud has gone from supporting 50,000 to now 150,000 users per Confluence site. That's a 3x growth in just 1 year. On Jira, we're now up to 50,000 supported users, and we've doubled the number of Jira Service Management supported agents to 20,000 again in the last year. But not only have we increased the number of users that we're supporting in terms of scale, at the same time, we've also significantly improved cloud performance. As an example, key experiences like issue loading in Jira, viewing and editing pages in Confluence have seen performance uplifts of up to 30% and beyond. We've also expanded our support for data residency for those global organizations with strict compliance requirements and performance needs, from 4 regions to 11 in the past year. Thank you. Some global customers in the back there. In addition to all the major compliance certifications that we already have in place, FedRAMP Moderate ATO and more are in the works. Now, it's a testament to our enterprise maturity that 3/4 of our enterprise customers in regulated industries or regions already have some cloud footprint today. To all of you on data center thinking about your cloud journey, we encourage you to evaluate the Atlassian Cloud for yourself. We've taken huge strides for you in the last year. Finally, as always, we're innovating to help you stay ahead. In the last 12 months, we've had some huge launch moments like Jira Product Discovery and Compass, Atlassian Intelligence, Loom, Virtual Service Agents, Confluence Whiteboards, to name just a few. In fact, in the last year, we shipped over 1,000 features to customers, our biggest year ever, translating to more than 8,000 deployments a month. That's right, our cloud improved every 5 to 6 minutes for the entirety of last year. Our teams are pushing hard to deliver that cloud to you week in, week out, day in, day out, minute in, minute out. So let's turn to what's next. As you go through the next few days, I want you to imagine that this building is your organization. Now, whether you work physically from a building like this every day, or one of the many buildings your organization may have around the globe, or you join remotely via Zoom from anywhere else in the world, this is a simple metaphor of working together. And your teams are working hard all over this building. From marketing teams, to software teams, to finance teams and more. It's our mission at Atlassian to unleash the potential of every team in this building. Today, you're going to hear from 3 of us about how we're doing that through a system of work that connects every window. Every team in this building shares some universal challenges. Anu's up first to talk about our foundations that address the challenges shared by all teams. Then we'll hear from my co-founder, Scott. Now, specialized teams have their own needs. Your software teams need a set of tools and practices, and IT teams have their own requirements. With the foundations in place, Scott will talk us through how we're helping these specialized teams build your great products and services with Atlassian. And then I'll be back to talk about the Atlassian platform that powers all of it. Just like any building needs essentials like electricity or Wi-Fi to make it run, modern organizations require some common experiences for success, like analytics and automation. And of course, every team in this building needs to be transforming with AI. Throughout today, you'll see how we're infusing AI deeply into every single product to make your workday easier and faster. And with that, let's get at it. Here's Anu.
Hello, everyone. I am so delighted to be back here with you all and show you some of the amazing work that our teams have been doing for you. Here at Atlassian, we are passionate about teamwork. Over the past 2 decades of working with different teams and observing millions of great teams, we believe that there are a few things that are common to great teams, whether they're building a Mars rover at NASA or setting up your favorite craft coffee shop in your neighborhood. So what are those 3 things? It all starts with shared goals. Teams need to understand what they're working for and how their work actually contributes to the overall goals. Second, a sense of shared knowledge across all teams helps every single person on the team get the information and context they need to do to get their job done well. And last, a sense of shared progress across all teams helps them get a sense of where they are on their collective journey together. So these 3 pillars, shared goals, shared knowledge, and shared progress, really binds every team in your organization into a cohesive whole. Think of this as really laying down a shared foundation for all of your teams, so everyone is speaking the same language and moving in the same direction. To help build this foundation for every organization, we have built 3 products: Jira, Confluence, and Loom. Every team needs these 3 products, from marketing teams to development teams to sales teams to support teams, to really contribute to the success of your organization. To illustrate what these 3 products can do for your organization, let's use the fictitious example of IdeaThread, a T-shirt company. Now, why did I choose a T-shirt company for my example? You see, back in 2014, 10 years ago, when I had just joined Atlassian, I was working in the Sydney office, and I would take the train to work. And often I would run into people on the train who would ask me, "Oh, so you work for Atlassian, the T-shirt company?" Because we printed so much swag, and Atlassians love wearing T-shirts. They thought that's all we did for a living. So let's imagine that IdeaThread, our Atlassian-inspired T-shirt company, is gearing up to launch their online marketplace. Now, launching a new marketplace is a massive organizational effort that requires all teams to come together. And it all starts with a goal. Goals are a part of Atlassian platform so that every team can see the larger goal that they are part of. So development teams can figure out how their goal of launching the website on time, and marketing teams can figure out how their goal of driving purchases through the website really contributes to the overall goal. But different teams execute on their goals by planning and tracking their work at different places. Today, marketers plan and track their work in Jira Work Management, while developers plan and track their work in Jira Software. But that's because we built it that way. We built easy-to-use lists, drag-and-drop configuration, and colorful boards in Jira Work Management, while we built powerful features like release management, backlog grooming, and issue triage in Jira Software. But who doesn't need more color in their lives? And you've made it really clear that all of your teams need one project management solution across the board. That's why we've combined Jira Work Management and Jira Software into one product that helps all teams work better together. We simply call it Jira. And it brings together the best parts of Jira Work Management and Jira Software into one project management solution for every team. To help teams pursue shared goals, where they plan and track their work, goals now directly surface in Jira. So every team has visibility on what they're working on, from developers coding up the website to marketers planning their campaigns. You can map your goals to work in line, so that for any given work item, teams can see what is the goal their work is contributing to. We also recognize that different teams work in different ways. Marketing teams love the simplicity of spreadsheets. Lists in Jira offers a spreadsheet-style user experience that really brings the simplicity of user experience with the power of Jira behind it. So you can easily create new work items right in line in the list view in Jira. You can even tag assignees, change status, all of that in line right in the list view, so you don't have to leave the context of your work in Jira. Customers are stoked about lists already. Reading this feedback made my day. God damn it, list is good. Yes, we agree. So let's see a show of hands. Who here uses Jira every day? OK, a lot of you. So keep them up if you've ever had to explain to someone on your team what epics and user stories mean. Indeed, you've made it pretty clear to us that epics and user stories are not terms in language that everybody understands. So we've made it super easy in Jira to tailor the terminology to fit your team's language. So marketing teams can create things like plans and launches and campaigns, while support teams can create something called requests or blockers or anything else that you might want. You can completely customize your experience to what your team wants and the language that your team speaks. And who doesn't want more help with rote tasks? This is where Atlassian Intelligence comes in handy. Atlassian Intelligence has already helped thousands of customers since our launch to really unlock productivity within easy-to-use use cases that happen in your daily workflows every day. Here's an example. AI Work Breakdown automatically breaks down large projects, like a website launch, into smaller chunks so that your planning process can be sped up and you have more time to actually execute your ideas. And finally, to get a sense of shared progress across all of your teams, we've added more visibility into Jira. With plans in Jira Premium, you can see how development teams, marketing teams, and support teams are all progressing towards their shared goals in one single place. Now, anyone can track progress across multiple projects in Jira without calling you up and asking you for a status update. We are so thrilled about the possibilities that Jira will unlock for all teams. Here's a highlight reel for you. How amazing is that? So how do you get started using all this Jira goodness? If you're already a Jira software customer, you will get access to all the features that I showed already in the next few months. If you haven't used Jira before, please visit jira.com to sign up and give it a try. Next, let's talk about Confluence. Confluence is the one single place where all of your teams can go to create shared knowledge, whether it is content types like pages, whiteboards, databases, you name it, we've got it in Confluence. Knowledge is distributed across your teams. So it lives with your team members, and it lives within the different apps that they use. But the more apps that you add and the more team members that join your team, knowledge easily gets siloed. So how do we continue to create shared knowledge and make shared progress while breaking out these silos? That is the mission of Confluence, to really set knowledge free from silos, making it available to every team across your organization. Let's see how this plays out with our idea thread team. Now, the teams come together to brainstorm some ideas for their new online marketplace launch. Typically, what would you do with your team? You'd go to the whiteboard, get out some stickies, and start brainstorming for ideas. Now, with Confluence, there's an online whiteboard that a lot of your teams use to do brainstorming and ideation online. But there is always the blank slate problem. How do you put in the first idea? This is where Atlassian Intelligence comes in. AI can analyze customer feedback stored across Jira and Confluence, automatically creating stickies for these ideas and bringing them into the whiteboard. So ideation is off to a flying start. With this AI-enhanced brainstorming, teams are inspired to add their own ideas to the whiteboard. But soon, the whiteboard has a lot of ideas. So how do you categorize and sort these ideas? Instead of manually sorting them, again, the team calls on Atlassian Intelligence for help. And voila, it automatically categorizes these ideas into appropriate feedback themes, saving the teams time and effort. Once these themes are categorized, it's time to pick the ones that we want to execute on. With Confluence Whiteboards, there's an inbuilt voting capability to help you prioritize the most important ideas, so all teams get a chance to put in the winning idea. Yay. To transform these priorities into action, with a single click, the team is able to convert all of their important ideas into Jira tickets. So these tickets are automatically linked and assigned to the right team members, so teams can start working right away. Finally, what began as a simple brainstorming session evolves into a comprehensive campaign plan for the entire marketplace launch. Without ever leaving the whiteboard, Confluence has helped the team move from ideation to execution in no time at all. I love whiteboards. It's one of my personal favorites. As we get closer to launch day, the Idea Thread marketing team has really spun off planning for multiple campaigns. And every campaign is tracked in a Confluence page. But often, marketing teams need a simple way to organize all their campaigns and orchestrate their progress. Enter Confluence databases. To start a new campaign, the team can create a new page directly in line within the database. The database uses a template to create a formatted page, which also adds a new row into the Confluence database. Updates made to the campaign in the database reflect back in the page in real time. And the team's work always stays in sync, even as their campaign progresses, with smart links bringing beautiful embeds from third-party apps like Figma straight into your Confluence page where you can see them. To get some visual context at a glance, the team can switch to the card view in the database. Here, they can preview their campaign assets to get a sense of shared progress across all campaigns and all teams. Another way that your team can aggregate knowledge across apps is through smart links directly in the content tree. You already saw the power of smart links in Confluence pages, but we've brought smart links directly to your Confluence content tree, so your team can add anything they want, even from third-party apps, directly into your Confluence space. So whether you're working with Loom videos, or financial forecasts in Google Sheets, or brand assets in Figma, all of them can directly be added to your Confluence navigation, so you don't lose track of your content ever again. And one other way that we make sure that knowledge is available to everyone on demand is through Company Hub. Think of Company Hub as the central landing page for your entire organization, which you can customize with the look and feel that you want. You can custom brand it with the logo and the design that works for your organization. From Company Hub, the Idea Thread team quickly pulls up details for their campaign launch. But with so much information, how do they zero in on what's crucial? This is where AI helps. With page catch-up, teams can automatically see recent changes that have happened on the page and summarize their content and recent edits into a single, easy-to-read blurb. This is just one of the many AI experiences that we are adding throughout Confluence. As we keep enhancing Confluence, finding your knowledge with search is an important thing to do. And we know that finding your knowledge with search really needs to be a breeze. So let's talk about search for a minute. We have invested heavily in improving the quality of Confluence search. Starting with accuracy, algorithmic improvements in search have helped us greatly increase the chance of the first search result being the exact one that you're after, and successive results being more accurate than ever before. We've also made a ton of improvements to the search experience to help you find what you're looking for easily. First, it's easy to get back to documents that you've searched for before, thanks to search query history. Search also tells you why certain results are shown. And to make this even faster, suggestions powered by AI appear instantly as you type your search query. But the most impactful innovation that we are building into our search is what we call full semantic understanding. This means that our search understands natural human language, analyzing your intent to find the best results. So when the Idea Thread marketing team searches for Q4 demand generation, we aren't just looking for Confluence pages with the words demand generation, but we are able to return pages related to leads, pipelines, forecasts, everything that makes demand generation actually better for the marketing team. Centralizing knowledge on Confluence has been a game changer for many of our customers, including Reddit. And this is just a small taste of everything that we've been busy building in Confluence for you. Make sure you check out the super sessions for more Confluence goodness and how you can create shared knowledge across all of your teams. But with search, we know that many of you really use Jira, Confluence, and many of our other Atlassian products together on your teams. So it's no surprise that one of our most top-voted customer requests from you has been that you don't just want to search for Confluence content, but you want to search for everything across our cloud products. So that is exactly what we built for you. What I just showed you is not just Confluence search, it is unified search across the entire Atlassian platform. So from one single search experience, you can now search across all of your products. So your results don't just include Confluence pages, whiteboards, and databases, but also Jira projects, issues, and boards, and shared platform objects like goals, people, and teams. All of it in one single place. Unified search will soon be available for all Atlassian customers. And now, for the last part of Teamwork Foundations, let's talk about Loom. In the modern world, every organization is distributed in some way or the other. Whether these are teams spread across countries and time zones, or teams that are working some days in the office and some days at home, distributed work is really a reality of modern teams. Now, the traditional way of bringing teams together has typically been to have more meetings. Let's see a show of hands. Who here feels like they need more meetings in their workday? That's what I thought. No one's ever said to me, more meetings would make my day so much better. This is why I'm excited to have Loom join the Atlassian family. Loom is a video messaging tool for asynchronous communication. Let's take a look at how Loom works. We love Loom too. Now, many of you might wonder, why should I use Loom when I already have Zoom or Google Meet or Microsoft Teams? Now, the difference between Loom and any of these meeting-based software is that Loom excels at asynchronous collaboration. Our belief at Atlassian is that for teams to scale effectively in the modern world, more and more work has to move from being synchronous to asynchronous. And that is exactly what Loom does. So this helps you create shared knowledge and shared progress across your teams without getting into meeting hell. Loom is a part of Teamwork Foundations that helps every kind of team be more productive in different ways, whether it is company announcements, marketing videos, bug reports, or sales pitches. The possibilities are endless. One way that I use Loom myself is to publish weekly video updates across 11,000 Atlassians spread across 13 countries. I typically talk about customers I met that week, what did I learn from them, who are the teams I met, what did I learn from the teams, and shared progress that we are making on company goals across the board. Like you can see, I publish Looms from wherever I am. Sometimes it's from airports, if I'm traveling, or from the back of my car as I'm going to fetch some coffee, or often from home, where my pets make an appearance. The best part is that Loom automatically polishes my videos by generating a transcript and cutting out all those awkward and different pauses inside the video. It's like having your own personal video editor alongside you. So you don't need to be a movie director to make your videos look professional. Since Atlassian started using Loom, we've removed the need for nearly 500,000 meetings. Just think about the thousands and thousands of hours that has saved. So let's see how our friends from IdeaThread can use Loom. The HR manager at IdeaThreads needs to hire temporary staff to support the marketplace launch. So he creates a Loom video to record his hiring guidelines, and then uses Loom AI to turn it into a doc. He can choose a format, and in this case, he uses a standard operating procedure, or SOP, to create the doc and directly move it into Confluence. So boom, the hiring guidelines are in place, in text as well as an embedded Loom. The sales team can create personalized Looms, like Jenna from IdeaThread here, who wants to create personalized sales videos for 20 different sales prospects that she has in mind. With Loom variables, she can select what parts of the video needs to be customized, in this case, the first name, company name, and title. And Loom helps her create personalized videos for all 20 of those sales prospects with those variables, creating a personalized set of videos for every single sales prospect. Variables even integrates with CRM tools like HubSpot and Salesforce, so you can plug in the right customer data directly into your teams. Thousands of customers who use Loom today have saved hours of meetings. But efficiency is not just the thing that tells the whole story. the short video format captures the richness of in-person interactions and really scales human connection across your entire organization. So sign up for Loom today and try recording your first video. I'm sure you will love it. So to wrap up, you saw how Jira, Confluence, and Loom create a powerful teamwork foundation across all of your different teams, fostering shared goals, shared knowledge, and shared progress. Our customers are seeing the benefits already. Like Rivian, a global leader in sustainable transport who saved $2.5 million annually by consolidating on Atlassian. Or Royal Caribbean, that unlocked tremendous efficiency gains by centralizing on Atlassian. Research shows that customers deploying Atlassian across their organization's wall-to-wall see substantial efficiency gains. Download a copy of this report yourself to think about what are the benefits that you can unlock on your own teams. So that's it from me, but before I go, for my Loom update this week, I really want to bring back a slice of the magic that is Team 24 for all of my teams back home that couldn't make it to the event. So I'm going to record a 5-second Loom video right now on stage. Thank you. So please make some noise for my teams. And let's go. Amazing. On behalf of my 11,000 teammates back home, thank you so much for being here with us. We love you all. Next up, please welcome on stage our co-CEO, Scott Farquhar.
Good morning. So one very important thing to start with, are there any Atlassian community members here in the house today? Of course you are. So look, as we share our news today, I want to say a special thanks to all of our Atlassian community members. You have such an eagerness to adopt our products and help shape us over the years. And we started the Atlassian community back in 2006 with a bunch of Atlassian fans got together. And year after year, you show up to our events, you consume our Atlassian University trainings. And so for my first announcement this morning, I want to announce that Atlassian University is free for everyone. So I've always wanted an Oprah moment where you get a Jira training and you get a Jira training. So on a serious note, Anu talked about how Atlassian are powering the foundations for every team in your organization. But today, I'm here to talk about how we unleash your software and your IT teams. I'm particularly excited that the software and IT teams have made it out of the basement, and now they've got the corner office on the top floor, so that's a big improvement. Now, specifically, I'm going to show you how we help you to discover new ideas, how to build and ship new products and services, and keep them running at all times. Now, let's start with your product teams. Now, with advancements in AI and cloud computing, you can go from concept to launch, from idea to shipping faster than ever before. But in this new world, where you're going matters more than ever before. You really need to have a really strong idea of where you're headed. And that's why we built Jira Product Discovery. It's one of the fastest growing products we've had in Atlassian's history, and I'm super excited by it, so let's take a look. Well, I'm super excited. So for those of you who haven't had as much caffeine as I have had this morning and couldn't quite catch all of that, let me summarize. It does 3 things for you. It helps you prioritize all the ideas that your team come up with based on the impact they're going to have for customers. It allows you to create a single roadmap, and you can share that roadmap with your customers, whether those customers are internal or external to your organization. And third, of course, it connects to Jira, so you can turn your ideas actually into shipping features for your customers. Now, today I'm really excited to announce that we're launching the premium version of Jira Product Discovery, and it's going to give you 3 things that I'm excited by. Firstly, it's going to give you visibility across all your projects. So this is going to allow you to ladder up product roadmaps from different teams into one single view. It also gives you full control over who has access to view and edit these ideas. So you can also have standard templates for capturing and prioritizing all your ideas. And lastly, we've taken all the AI features that you've seen this morning, everything we can possibly do to make it faster and easier for you to speed up how you capture and prioritize all your ideas. Now, Metal, a financial services company, they have told us how much they're benefiting from Jira Product Discovery. So they love it how it lets them capture, prioritize, and all their ideas in a single spot. Now, Metal surveyed their product managers, and they surveyed all 200 of them. And every single respondent said that they would be disappointed if they couldn't use Jira Product Discovery. Now, I can't get 20 people at Atlassian to agree on what to have for lunch, let alone 200 people. So to have 200 people all basically agree that they will be super disappointed if they couldn't continue using Jira Product Discovery is absolutely mind-blowing. And Metal are just one of 7,000 customers that have adopted Jira Product Discovery since we launched in just 1 year ago. And collectively, you've created, prioritized, and collaborated on 3 million ideas so far. That is pretty impressive that you in the audience have so many ideas. And for your next great idea, make sure you go check out Jira Product Discovery at the show booth on the floor after this session. Now, you can have the best ideas in the world, and if you're like my co-founder, you have an idea every single minute of the day. But none of that matters, of course, unless your developers can actually build and ship those products. And so we know that the majority of developer time, it's not spent coding. That's a little bit of a secret for those of you who don't write code every day, is that those developers aren't sitting there for 8 hours a day in their IDEs writing code. They're actually spending their time on custom requirements, thinking about trade-offs between time, scope, and quality. And we also know that building products, it's not a one-step process. This is an iterative process. Often you have to give feedback on code that has just been written and share that with your team. So that's why I'm super excited that today we're announcing Loom for development teams. Now, Loom is already great for giving feedback, as Anu showed just now. And recording a Loom to give feedback on bugs and bug reports is already the best way to give feedback to your team. But today we're making it even easier. So you can create a bug report in a single click from inside the Loom interface. So not only is it a single click, we then take all of the power of Loom AI to generate a transcript and take all the things you put on your screen and fill out all the details from a Jira ticket. So there you have it. That will be the easiest and quickest bug report you have ever created. And we think this is going to totally change the way that your teams file feedback, both internal in your development process and after you ship your features to your customers. Now, software isn't just written anymore. It's assembled from different components, made from different teams, and increasingly those teams are distributed around the world. Now, back when I started at Atlassian, and maybe when some of you got your start in software development, we would build monolithic services. We would ship software on a CD. If you're really advanced, we have this thing called an FTP server where you might upload your binary to, if anyone remembers those. But these days, we're all building services, whether they're macro services, microservices, everything in between. And if you're in a leadership role in your organization, you know that you need to keep track of all these services. And it becomes very difficult because you've got these things being built across your entire organization, and it's difficult to know if they're compliant and secure. That's why we built Compass, which is the best developer experience platform. Yes, a Compass fan. We have many of those. So what does Compass do? Compass does 4 things. First, it provides your development teams with a unified catalog of all your microservices, tools, and all the teams that work on them. So let's just take a quick look at the interface. And here is Compass. And Compass gives you complete visibility into all of your components. Now, when I chat with people and say, where do you currently track your components in your organization, often I get blank stares from people when I have this conversation. So just having this is a huge improvement. But not only that, it will track the teams that own them. It will show you the on-call schedule. So for services when they go down, who's in charge. It'll link to the code repositories that your organization use. And lastly, it will show you recent deployments and so much more. And this means your team spend way less time finding information and having one source of truth for everything related to your services. Second, when your developers want to create a new microservice, they can use a pre-configured template with all of your best practices baked in. So for example, your organization want to make sure that whenever you create new code, that it has a Bitbucket repository, you have a Slack channel, you have an on-call schedule, you have documentation. You need this included for every single microservice that your organization creates. We know that as you scale, this standardization becomes increasingly important so that you can operate in a standardized way. Now, Compass, not only can it do those things out of the box, it can call any of your approved third-party APIs, so you can set up custom processes when you create your new repositories or your new microservices. Compass also gives you a complete view of the health and performance of your services through the entire lifecycle, not just when you create them, with what we call scorecards. Now, scorecards are super important because as you build your services at scale, you need consistency and standardization across all your components, and scorecards allow you to do just this. Here you can see that we've created a scorecard that looks at service readiness, unit test coverage, and security vulnerabilities. And you can create these scorecards centrally and then apply them to one or all of your services. Now, they can cover really anything that you want to ensure that your services do. This is not something just that we build. You can cover anything you want. So unit test coverage, service readiness, anything that you want to track and make sure that your services are compliant. We think it's a total game changer for how to manage your services at scale. Now, by tracking everything in Compass, you get a full view of all the related activity that happens around these services. Now, for example, your developers can instantly see things like alerts, deployments, incidents from JSM, feature flags in third-party tools like Launch Darkly, as well as all the upstream and downstream dependencies. Now, this is really important because when something breaks, often it's not that component that has a problem. It's one of the dependencies upstream that's had a problem, and this can save hours when things go wrong. So when something goes bump in the night, as we all know things these days, we're all on call in ways that we never had to be before. This will save you huge amounts of time when you have problems. And compared to tracking things in spreadsheets or some legacy asset tracking tool, this is a total game changer for how your organizations will run. So if you haven't tried Compass already, there's already thousands of reasons to use it, but today we're making it even better. We recently acquired Optic, which allows every one of our customers to have API auto documentation right within Compass. So with Optic, yes. We're super excited about this. This is a huge customer request. And with Optic, you'll be able to automatically detect and update all the changes to APIs. Now, you can connect your API information to scorecards that I just showed, which allows you to track all your documentation accuracy and coverage. And you can actually set up systems to actively prevent API incidents from happening in the first place. Now, what's an API incident, you may ask? And that is when the API starts to differ from the documentation around that API. And that can cause real problems because in this day of microservices, they all depend on each other. And when the API gets out of sync, this can cause outages and real downtime for your customers. And so by combining Optic with Compass, we free up your developers to spend more time on valuable work and less time spent maintaining documentation, which of course no one really wants to spend time doing. So I'm super excited that 5,000 of you have already adopted Compass as your internal development platform. Thank you so much for that. Now, one great example of a customer using Compass is Boden. They're an online clothing retailer, and before Compass, they didn't know who managed each service, whether it had dependencies, and where the relevant documentation was located. So today, Compass is central to how they operate, and get this, in Boden, they have over 300 microservices being tracked in Compass for their 6 development teams. So this means they're moving a whole bunch faster by having Compass as the central repository for those 300 services. Now, we've talked about latest innovations to build and run your products and services, but let's look at how we're helping you, discover and build these services. Let's show you how we're helping you run them as well. Now, your IT teams, they're the real heroes here. Increasingly, they're having to, yes, they are. We have one person from IT in the audience, so well done, thank you. Every other person in IT is back in the office working hard. But those IT teams, they're dealing with globally distributed employees who have to operate 24/7 more than ever before, and they're doing it with disjointed tools. And this is a particularly difficult challenge that we like to call, what do we call it? We call BSM, or bad service management. So what is this? It's a condition that's brought on by expensive legacy ITSM solutions that reinforce the silos between teams in your organizations. Now, we knew there had to be a better way to work, so that is why we created Jira Service Management. And it's the only solution that brings your development, your IT, and your business teams together on one platform to allow you to deliver great experiences fast. Now, we're thrilled that over 50,000 of you trust Jira Service Management. And we're delighted that major industry analysts are recognizing us as leaders in this space. That's really great. And we're also constantly innovating in this area because we understand the costs and the challenges that your teams need to overcome to deliver vital services. Now, take one vital service that we all know is critical: pizza. Come on, those of you who've got kids know how critical and vital pizza is. Now, we recently talked with Domino's CTO, and they walked me through some of their challenges. Now, I struggle to make one pizza in an afternoon with my 3 children, but Domino's deliver 8 pizzas a second around the globe. And if you think about that, each pizza needs to be delivered with exceptional service, every single pizza. But they were trying to do this with 7 disjointed, expensive, outdated ITSM solutions, and they replaced all 7 of those with Jira Service Management to support their almost 4,000 stores in 12 countries. I also want to say a huge thank you to the Domino's team who are here in the audience today for winning the Atlassian Team of the Year award. So let's give Domino's a round of applause, please. Now, for those of you who haven't yet made the switch, we're trying to help. We're running a little campaign called End BSM Now. It's a terrible disease. It's a bad affliction. We want to rid the world of BSM. And you might see some of our public service announcements if you go around Las Vegas. You might see it at the airport, or you might see it on your way home, potentially. So we're doing our best. So we're not stopping. We're going to keep innovating. Let's dig into some of the recent advancements, starting with how we're making it easy for your dev and IT teams to resolve incidents together faster. So we've introduced a new incident response experience right within your dev and ops team's favorite tools. So if you run services these days, you know how critical it is to have people on call. Now, no one likes being on call, but it's a fact of life these days when we build and manage services that need to be up 24/7. So we acquired Opsgenie a few years ago to provide these incident management response capabilities, and it's now better than ever. So today I'm excited to announce that these capabilities that we have acquired in Opsgenie and significantly evolved over the years are now available directly inside Jira Service Management. Not only that, they're also available directly in Compass right out of the box. And so no matter whether you are a developer managing your components or you're in IT and managing incidents, these capabilities are available in one place, no more swivel chairing, which apparently is a thing, to a separate incident response tool. And we're also introducing new AI ops capabilities. And so see all these alerts coming in. It can be pretty overwhelming, pretty unwieldy. Wouldn't it be great if you could quickly group all the alerts that are coming in so that you can focus on the highest priority issues? So Atlassian Intelligence in Jira Service Management does just that. It will summarize all these tickets and let you know what the most important things to work on are. I think this is a game changer for anyone that has to deal with incidents and with alerts that happen. It will even recommend next steps and subject matter experts. It will surface root causes, runbooks, knowledge base articles to help your teams resolve and respond to incidents faster. Now, some of you are still using standalone incident management products today. Now, those tools, they just can't provide you the same sort of 360-degree view you need to resolve an incident fast. That means if you are not using Jira Service Management, if you're not using Atlassian, you are responding and resolving incidents slower, and you're having more downtime as a result. Only we at Atlassian, because of all the information we have about your environments, can do this. Now, third, because our incident management experience is built directly on the Atlassian platform, you get to leverage the full power of automation. And so, for example, you can use automations and timers, including connectors to third-party systems like Ansible, which means that you can automatically close out alerts. Or if that doesn't get closed out, you can auto-generate incidents if it can't automatically be resolved. This is thanks to the power of Atlassian platform, and just think all the things that you can do inside your organizations by weaving together all Atlassian tools and automations that we can provide. So step through things that we can how we help you resolve incidents faster. Let's show you how your IT teams can deliver great support across your business, starting with how AI is making it easier for your employees to self-serve and get help fast. So we know that your employees, they don't want to read documentation. They don't want to search for things themselves. They want to just ask a question. And that's where Atlassian's Virtual Agents come in. Now, Virtual Agents summarize answers from your knowledge base so your employees can get the help they need fast. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Virtual agents are able to piece together information from third-party systems. So in this example here, an agent will pull information from a policy document sitting on a Google Drive, and it will even include a specific link to a form inside Workday, all in one response. So we're super excited by this. It's going to change how your employees get help inside your organizations. Now, sometimes humans still need to get involved. And so we brought the power of Atlassian Intelligence to help make it easier and faster for humans, real-life people, to provide amazing support experiences. Now, as a service desk agent, if you've ever had to respond to customers, you know how frustrating it is to jump on a ticket that's gone back and forth with a customer for days, for hours, weeks. This can be really frustrating both for you as a support agent and for the customer. So again, with a click of a button, Atlassian Intelligence now summarizes all the previous conversations, including knowledge base articles that have been recommended, other paths that have been tried, and we know that this is going to drastically reduce the back and forth and allow you as an agent to resolve these tickets faster. It's even going to suggest well-crafted responses so that you can respond even faster. And again, this is going to provide an amazing customer support experience. Goes out to your knowledge base articles, it takes all the information, and it will suggest answers for you. So your employees are going to have the best of both worlds. They've got virtual agents that are run by Atlassian Intelligence, but if they can't get a response from that, they can still talk to real-life humans, and we augment that with Atlassian Intelligence as well. So requests start piling up in a queue. Wouldn't it be great if you could use AI to automatically assign them to the right people? Of course, with Atlassian Intelligence, you can now automatically triage those requests, assign them based on priority, based on location, based on expertise that your employees have. And this makes it way faster to get support. And of course, if you've got a large number of agents responding to requests, you want your queues and how you set up your service desk to match how you work in your organization. And again, Atlassian Intelligence, based on how you already work, will suggest new queues for you. And so in this case, our support teams work based on geography. And so the Atlassian Intelligence will now recommend building queues based on that. We also at Atlassian have a vision that every team in your organization will have a service desk. Doesn't matter if you are the finance team, HR, legal, if you are a security team, nobody wants to be responding to requests that come in via email. But we know it can be really daunting to set up a service desk. And so to enable this today, we have created instant service desks. Just wait, it gets even better, okay? It's better than just the words on the screen. Let me show you the demo. How does this work? So no matter how technical or non-technical you are, with just a simple description of what your team does, we will set up a service desk for you. So let's take a look. Here, your HR team will describe what they do and what they want to do in a few simple words. Here, they want a service desk to allow onboarding, offboarding employees, to handle some leave requests, and AI does the rest. It builds a perfect service desk, complete with the request types, forms, fields, workflows, and we think this is a total game changer for how your organization will work. Now, even before all this stuff that we've announced today, so many of you are getting amazing results with Atlassian AI and Jira Service Management. So some great examples here. FanDuel Group, who are a major gaming company, have reduced the number of support tickets that require human intervention by 85%. So it's an 85% reduction in the number of tickets that require a human to respond. At Rovo Energy, they have got AI to resolve 23% of all their support requests, and they have an average response time of less than 5 seconds. And our very own Atlassian IT have actually cut the time to resolve issues by 96% with a customer satisfaction of 4.5 out of 5. So these are incredible numbers. So there you have it. Today we talked about 3 products you must consider deploying across your organization to help you discover, build, and run amazing products and services. And I could not be more excited by Jira Product Discovery, Compass, and Jira Service Management. Yes, Now this, I think, is my 15th time I've been at a team, and I don't know if we're announcing more things than we've ever done before, or you're just the best audience we've ever had at a team, but I just want to say thank you for all the support today. And look, we talked about how we advance teamwork for all kinds of teams at all kinds of companies. And Mike shared how we power some of the largest and most complex organizations around the world. But we're also really proud that Atlassian supports not-for-profit organizations. And today, yes, there are many of you in the room. It's a core part of who we are to give back. And the Atlassian Foundation to date has given away over 130,000 free or deeply discounted licenses to communities and not-for-profit organizations. So we're super proud about that. We also support customers at every stage of their growth journey. So from startups that are just starting out through to those ones that have become household names already. Now, these companies have scaled from the very early days through IPO and beyond with Atlassian at their core. And I'm delighted to welcome one of those companies to the stage right now. Now, this is a founder who, in their own words, has scaled with Atlassian as a core part of their operating system. Now, the company is Cloudflare, who are a global technology player with their mission to help build a better internet. And I'm honored to welcome our guest, the co-founder, president, and chief operating officer at Cloudflare, Michelle Zatlyn.
Hey, Scott.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Michelle.
Wow, look at this. This is amazing. What an amazing audience.
They are an amazing audience. Many people in the audience here are Cloudflare customers already, but for those who aren't familiar with what you do, tell me a little bit about Cloudflare.
Sure. Cloudflare makes anything connected to the internet more secure, faster, and reliable. And it turns out these days, more and more things are connected to the internet, whether it's APIs or the apps you're building, workloads, or even employees in trying to get their work done. Everything goes to the internet, and Cloudflare helps make sure that it's secure, protected from online cyber attacks, fast, and reliable.
Wow, okay. And you started off doing very specific things, and I think you do a lot more things than people realize. What's one or two examples of things that people in the audience might not know Cloudflare does?
Sure. Well, it's interesting. I've been talking to some of you, and they're like, oh, I know Cloudflare. You're that cybersecurity company. You help protect me from DDoS attacks. Or, oh, I know Cloudflare. You're that zero trust company. You help protect my employees getting access to everything internally. And what people know us for is one thing that we do, but not the whole platform. And so here's a fun fact. We have over 2 million developers using our global network to run code at the edge, and also all sorts of cool AI inference. So there you go. There's the fun fact.
Wow, okay. We'll corner Michelle later and find out more. Now, you've been an Atlassian customer for a very long time, and when you think about it, you're a small startup, you've got a lot of things going on, and you chose to standardize Atlassian's tools very early on. Why did you choose Atlassian back then?
It's been so great listening to you and Anu and Mike today, and I have two hats. I was a startup founder, and then now today I run quite a large organization that's much more modern and mature. And we've been using Atlassian for over 10 years, so for a long time. And before Atlassian, we used Post-it notes. That's how we ran our business.
I'm going to stop you here, actually, because I love this photo. Firstly, Michelle looks exactly the same 10 years ago as she did today, so that's impressive. We asked Michelle for a high-resolution picture, and she reminded me that there were no megapixels in cameras back then. This is a long time ago. So anyway, you started with stickies.
Yeah, this is how we used to run our startup. And this worked really well when there was 8 of us. It was actually super efficient, and everyone got us all organized, but it broke after 20 people. And so we were looking around, we needed something to run our business on. And one of my colleagues said, hey, we should look at Atlassian's suite of services. And I didn't know much about Atlassian back then. And he's like, hey, trust me. And we picked it because it was the gold standard, so easy to use and accessible as a startup. We could just get going immediately, and you had great pricing that helped us make it very clear about what we were going to pay. There was no hidden surprises. And so we made the choice. We were about 30 people at the time, and instantly it made our business better overnight. It made teams work better. Everything got better at Cloudflare once we started to use Atlassian. And now, 10 years later, we continue to choose to use it because it's still the gold standard. It allows us to keep working together. And everything, it's become the engine that we run our business off of.
But when you were small, you could have chosen a lot of different products. You could have, I'm sure there's a lot of small things that work for 20 people. Why would you choose Atlassian back then?
At the time, you were the gold standard, and we were like, hey, if we get bigger, we could scale with Atlassian. Atlassian will scale with us. It'll allow us to scale. We won't have to do a switch out. And there's nothing that founders dislike more than switching out partners that you've chosen. You want to pick the technology that you're going to grow with because you've got so many other things to do in your company. And so for us, there were a lot of choices, but you were the gold standard. And it was so easy to use and get started. And so really, it became one of these things where it's and if we become successful, which turns out we were, it would scale with us. And so it really became the top choice and a no-brainer.
And today, we did the numbers. We looked at how you use Atlassian, and there are 537 different Jira projects inside Cloudflare, which approximates 1 Jira project per employee, I think. It's not that far off that. So can you talk me through how you have 537 projects and what you do with that?
Well, as I said, it's the engine that makes our business work, or maybe the central nervous system. Use the analogy you want, but every team has access to Jira and Confluence at Cloudflare. We all have licenses. Every team is using it. And I think that you can just really speaks to how important it is to how we run our business. And so all the things you just went through, incident management, customer support, all of our teams are using that, and it makes everything we do more efficient and easier. But some things that maybe aren't so obvious, anytime we hire a new employee or a new hire orientation, all is managed through Confluence and Jira. Everything about what the checklist, to get access to these systems, everything is done through your services. Our corporate blog, we are pretty prolific. We write a lot of content on our corporate blog. We have a lot of different authors, a lot of technical content. And so we run all of that process, the pipeline, the topics, the reviews, the approvals, the change management, all through the Atlassian suite of services. And so it really is the engine that keeps our business chugging along.
Wow, okay. Well, I just say a huge thank you for coming today and telling your story. I'm excited. It makes me really proud that we get to work with startups like Cloudflare, and then we get to watch you grow and become successful over the last decade. And so huge thank you for Michelle for turning up. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And look, it's working with amazing companies like Cloudflare that inspire us to keep pushing the boundaries and innovating. So thank you again, Michelle. On that topic, I want to invite my co-founder, Mike Cannon Brookes, back to the stage. Thank you. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Scott and Michelle. It's always wonderful to hear how our customers get value from our products, and that's why we're here at Team 24. Guys, having a good time so far? All right. Hold on to your seats there. Now we've heard all about how our products help our teams, let's dive into the Atlassian Cloud Platform. The Atlassian Cloud Platform is made up of 3 layers. The enterprise infrastructure layer that powers all of our scale, performance, compliance, and privacy advancements that we talked about earlier. The teamwork graph, our data layer, that captures all teamwork context and relationships across your organization. And the experience layer has rich cross-product experiences critical to modern teamwork, like automation, analytics, and AI. Let's take a brief look at each, starting with enterprise infrastructure. Now, as you've heard earlier, we've made some huge leaps in performance, scale, and compliance in the last year. Alongside these improvements, we've built more privacy, scale, and security controls for admins, so they can customize the Atlassian Cloud to best fit their organization's needs. As we continue to strengthen our centralized admin capabilities across all products, Bitbucket and Trello are now in the admin hub. Oh yeah. Admins are allowed to cheer, you can do that. And of course, Loom is coming up next. Now, to make sure we stay ahead of your enterprise needs, one area we've continued to fortify is cloud security. In 2018, we introduced Atlassian Access, focused on identity and access management. It has since become one of our fastest growing and most used products. Last year, we announced an early access program for Atlassian Beacon, our threat detection and response offering. Since then, we've continued building more advanced data protection capabilities, such as data classification, data loss prevention, content scanning, and much more. Today, to help protect your organization, we're excited to combine all of these into Atlassian Guard. It's a new comprehensive security product for the Atlassian Cloud. Guard ensures you can proactively protect your organization's data with access management and advanced data protection, detect suspicious activity with centralized insights, and intelligently respond to threats before they become incidents. Now, Guard will be available in 2 plans. In Guard Standard, you get all the identity and access management you already know from Atlassian Access, along with new capabilities like enforced single sign-on for external users and enhanced API token controls. And Guard Standard is available today. In Guard Premium, you'll unlock extra data protection, plus threat detection response capabilities, and it will be available to all customers in the next few months. Let's watch a quick video to give you an overview of what's coming in Atlassian Guard Premium. So that's Atlassian Guard. Looking at the next layer of our platform, the Teamwork Graph. Now, this layer allows us to make unique connections between your data objects to enable teamwork. Let's take a minute to break it down. It's made up of a few constructs. First, the Object Graph, which maps relationships between billions of your data objects, like goals, knowledge, and work. Our People Graph creates relationships between people and teams, understands your org chart hierarchy, and learns who you collaborate with most frequently. Actions, like creating a Jira issue or sending a Slack message, are now standardized across your portfolio of Atlassian and third-party products. And many foundational AI models from partners like OpenAI, Meta, and many others are now included in the Teamwork Graph. That allows us to infuse AI into every product in tailored and secure ways. And finally, the semantic index that Anu mentioned earlier, powering our unified search across all Atlassian products, now helps you search and query while understanding your meaning and intent. Now, each of these powerful constructs supercharges our product and platform experiences, making them context-rich and personalized. And those platform experiences are the surface layer of the Atlassian platform. Experiences like collaboration, intelligence, automation, analytics, and extensibility are critical to the fabric of modern teamwork, and we're making them more powerful and more consistent across all our products. Now, here at Team 24, we're announcing over 50 new features across these platform experiences. I'm going to walk you through just a few of my favorites. Let's start with Atlassian Automation, an incredibly powerful tool to increase team productivity. Today, automation is being used by almost 200,000 Atlassian Cloud customers, and they run more than 1 billion automation rules each month on our platform. Yep, almost 400 are run every second, and that has increased 75% year on year. And with the increased focus on productivity, we're making automation even easier to use for everyone. Natural language in the Automation Builder helps unlock new rules by just telling it what you want to automate. Like, when a new issue is created, add me as a watcher. Atlassian Intelligence does the rest for you and builds the automation rule. Now, as we rolled this out in Confluence over the last few months, customers with access to this capability created 5 times more automation rules than those who did not have access to it. Confluence customers love it, and today it's also available in Jira and Jira Service Management too. Automation recommendations help teams automate repetitive workflows by surfacing suggestions, such as connecting GitLab pull requests to Jira issues or sending a Slack message when a deployment fails. Admins can now connect their whole toolchain at the click of a button and take advantage of all those Teamwork Graph-powered actions across our products and others. This is available in Jira today and coming soon to Confluence and Jira Service Management. The next experience I'm excited to talk about is Atlassian Analytics. Now, Atlassian Analytics helps give your teams visibility into the data and insights that they need to power better decision-making. Since general availability at Team 23 here last year, hundreds of enterprise cloud customers have adopted analytics and created tens of thousands of charts and dashboards. We're continuing to improve Atlassian Analytics in 3 big ways. First, by adding more data sources. Now, at the core of Atlassian Analytics is our data lake, which underlies all the queries, charts, and dashboards. We've added more data from your Atlassian products today, like group and teams data, along with data from integrated third-party tools like GitHub, Jenkins, and many others. Now, all the data in the data lake is pre-modeled and ready to query. You can now blend this data with your own data sources, and using the new Data Shares feature, you can export all that data to any BI tool that you already have, like Tableau or Power BI. And we're making it easier to visualize all of this cross-product data. We've added over 20 new dashboard templates, and there are many new chart templates coming soon as well. When you add up the impact of more cross-product data, and better visualizations, you get some really powerful insights. Here, a flow metrics dashboard combines data from Jira and Jira Align to help with value stream management. With this view, I can easily see the impact of Jira epics on portfolio cycle time. It's great to see that it's trending down, so we've had some productivity improvements. Perhaps we've just implemented Atlassian Automation. And finally, we're using the power of Atlassian Intelligence to make advanced analytics accessible to everyone. We started this with natural language to SQL. To create new charts, you can just ask a question in normal human language, and Atlassian Intelligence will generate and run the query before returning your chart. You don't have to be a SQL guru to get the scoop, but even for experts, this can speed your time to get insights. All right. And now Atlassian Intelligence powers chart insights. You can get instant AI-generated summaries, highlighting trends or anomalies in your data. So here we have a Jira Service Management dashboard, and Atlassian Intelligence has spotted a growing gap between requests created and resolved. There might be some sort of a building backlog that needs attention, or perhaps it's time to deploy some more virtual service agents. By now, I hope you can see that we're committed to infusing Atlassian Intelligence deeply into every Atlassian product. Just 12 months ago, we announced Atlassian Intelligence to great fanfare. And 4 months ago, we shipped all those AI features to you, to 100% of our customers, and people are loving them. Here at Team 24, we're announcing over 30 new amazing features and enhancements, some of which you've seen from Anu and Scott earlier, and there are many more in all the super sessions throughout the next few days. As you can see, we're building and shipping magical AI features to help unleash the potential of your teams in new ways. So you've seen how the Atlassian platform powers our products behind the scenes, enriching them with modern experiences, connected data, and enterprise-grade infrastructure. But there is one more thing. As we're building all of those amazing Atlassian Intelligence features, we got to thinking, what if we used the new capabilities of the Teamwork Graph, our understanding of the connections among your people and your objects, the wonderful new AI models we have on offer today, and our powerful semantic index and new actions engine, to build an entirely new product, a product that wouldn't be possible without the AI era, a product that's built in and for the AI era. A product that directly addresses one of the biggest challenges your teams face today, turning the explosion of tools and data across your enterprise into a source of learning, knowledge, and action for your company at the speed that you need to be moving. We've done that, and it's fantastic. Let me introduce you to Atlassian Rovo. Rovo is designed to revolutionize knowledge discovery and action across your organization. You can think of Rovo as a large knowledge model for your entire company that allows you to move and act faster. Now, we know your teams need to find knowledge, learn from it in the right context, and then confidently use it to take action. Rovo powers this important loop within your teams. Let's start with find. So first, Rovo brings the amazing unified search experience you saw from Anu to all your critical SaaS tools, transforming the way that you can search all your cloud knowledge. It enriches the entire Teamwork Graph, everything I just talked about, with many different objects, from GitHub pull requests to Google Drive documents, from that conversation in Slack you've been trying to find to the overlooked SharePoint document. What about the other data you have in your enterprise? Custom applications, internal documents, knowledge bases, and so forth? With Rovo, you can bring your own content with custom connectors, easily creating a tailored search experience for your whole organization. Within Atlassian, we've indexed our internal developer documentation. In a qualitative survey that we ran of over 4,000 engineers, the average engineer says they saved 1 to 2 hours a week with our new documentation search, which is the same as the savings they say they get from all of their wonderful new AI-powered coding assistants that they're using in their IDE. Now, everything in Rovo Search and the entire Teamwork Graph respects the enterprise-grade permissions of the source content. All your knowledge results are tailored to each search and each user, securely providing with the right information that they should see and nothing they shouldn't see. Next, Rovo turns all the connected data in the Teamwork Graph into knowledge so you can learn from it. Now, everyone has had the experience of joining a new company and thinking, what does this acronym mean? What is this project? Or who works on this? And with the speed that your business changes today, even existing employees often feel that way on a weekly basis. Let's look at how Rovo helps your employees learn in real time. Now, here I've written an outline for a new project. I called it Blueberry. What happens when someone comes across a word, blueberry, in the course of their day and doesn't know anything about my project? They haven't read my wonderful page. Well, here's a colleague, they've been assigned a Jira ticket, doesn't know anything about Blueberry. They look at their task, and here it says, as a part of Blueberry, they need to update a series of things. Now, the first question they'd naturally ask, what on earth is Blueberry at my company? Well, now they can see the rainbow underline on the word, simply select it, and get an immediate definition of what Blueberry is, who is working on it, and any related references from the Teamwork Graph. With Rovo, teams learn instantly in the context they're working here in Jira and from all your organizational knowledge. This knowledge has been written automatically by Rovo in real time from my Confluence page and my Jira issue. Now, Rovo uses AI and the Teamwork Graph to understand any document, connect it, cross-reference it, deduplicate it, and analyze its concepts without you needing to do anything. And as more documents are created, Rovo is always working. New statement of work written in a Word document stored in SharePoint. Rovo links the work and rewrites the definition. New list of target customers for Blueberry in a Google Sheet that comes in from your sales team. Rovo links the work, updates the members of the team, and the definition of the project. And with the Rovo browser extension, this learning happens anywhere that you work, in context, even outside Atlassian products, as shown here in a Google document. Now, knowledge in context is really useful when you're doing a particular task, but this knowledge doesn't only appear in context. It also appears in Rovo Search when you ask a question. Here you can see Rovo's ability to understand not just project names, but also acronyms. It writes the definition of the acronym for you, an incredibly common source of corporate misunderstanding. And people and teams, of course, we love teams. You can ask Rovo questions like, who is working on Blueberry? Here, the semantic index that Anu talked about has worked out that Blueberry, a common English word, is a project. That the question who is looking for people, and the people graph in our Teamwork Graph knows exactly who's working on this project, Team Wombats. A pretty cool example of all the features of the Teamwork Graph in action. And it's all automatically created from those 5 documents in real time as they are written. If you ask Rovo a more detailed question, like what's the release plan, where the complete answer is never written down. It has to come from multiple sources. Here, Rovo summarizes them for you as a single answer, along with directly quoting the source documents as clear references so you can go and investigate if you need to. But we know that human learning isn't just one way. Sometimes you need to interact with knowledge, have a back and forth, or chat to somebody or something. Now, you may have noticed that all the Rovo features we've shown you so far include follow-up questions. These are automatically generated to be targeted to help you learn. Where do they go? Rovo Chat. Now, Rovo Chat is your conversational interface to all of the knowledge that appears in context across your Atlassian tools from the Teamwork Graph. Now, I'm sure you're probably pretty familiar with AI chat tools by now. So let me focus on what's different about Rovo Chat and how it complements the existing tools that you might use. First, you can engage it directly or from a follow-up question. Let's make our way to chat from the acronym knowledge card we saw earlier. You'll notice that it appears where you work, here in Confluence without leaving the page, so you don't have to switch focus. Secondly, it understands your current context. The results are always tailored to the topic of this page and the question that you asked. The results, again, Rovo Chat is different. It answers questions about any object in the teamwork graph or any smart link. As you can see from this example, it's returned an answer combining data from 1, a Jira project, 2, a Confluence whiteboard, and 3, a Google document. And as you can see, we always provide references to the source documents. Most importantly, like everything in Rovo, it respects your enterprise permissions, tailoring the knowledge and answers for only what you have access to, no matter what app it comes from. Now, Rovo Chat is super powerful. There's a ton more that you can do with it. Be sure to go play with it live on the booth show floor over the next couple of days. But lastly, Rovo empowers teams to turn all of that knowledge into meaningful action. Our belief at Atlassian is that organizational success is made up of teams diverse in skills, strengths, and expertise. And we believe that the future of teamwork is a collaboration between human teammates and AI-driven teammates. We call these Rovo Agents, and they're awesome. They understand teamwork across your entire organization, access whatever knowledge you've given them permission to, and are tailored specifically for your company. Like your human teammates, these agents are specialized. So every agent has specific goals or clear objectives that they're trying to achieve. They have specific knowledge. They can be given a single document, a whole Confluence space, or your entire teamwork graph. And character. Agents can be empathetic, they can use humor, or be extremely concise. It depends on your company and your unique culture. If you want your agent to show up talking like a pirate, arr, go for your life. And actions. With your permission, an agent can take any actions that a human teammate could take across the entire Atlassian platform. Actions like cleaning up a Jira backlog, writing code, finding any and all related work, or editing Confluence pages directly alongside you. Agents are ready to help you like your other teammates can. Now, Rovo doesn't just give you an agent. Rovo gives your organization many, many agents. And they can do things like identify themes in a huge backlog of tasks, help employees directly onboard to a new role, even convert code from one language into another. They can do thousands and thousands of tasks across your enterprise. But your team will probably only have a handful of specialized agents within your workflow, each uniquely tailored to contribute to your team's success. Excited? Well, let me introduce you to just a few of your new teammates. Where do you find Rovo agents? Directly inside our interfaces everywhere, throughout the Jira family and in Confluence, helping you move work forward in the exact same way you're familiar with, right where you are. Let's look at one of the agents that come with Rovo out of the box, the Comms Crafter agent, designed to help teams create and review content. Now, I'm working on a blog for my company, and I need to make sure it aligns with my brand. Today, I'd need to consult with specialists from our corporate marketing department, or rely on my personal extensive company experience, or tediously cross-reference the brand and voice guidelines myself as I'm writing. Let's see how agents accelerate that workflow. I select some text that I need help with, and I find the Comms Crafter agent. Now, I can collaborate with it from my context inside the editor, just like any other teammate. You'll notice it's appeared in the editor, up the top, along with my other teammates in the way I'm intimately familiar with. I can chat with this agent from here too, using one of the pre-selected prompts that the corporate marketing team have configured. Let's have the agent review my text for brand consistency, Now it suggests a revised paragraph that better aligns with my company's branding and naming guidelines. It corrects the product name I use, don't like camel case anymore, adjusts the voice and tone and offers alternatives that are more aligned. How does it do this? Well, the corporate marketing team has pointed the out-of-the-box Rovo Comms Crafter agent to a custom set of your knowledge. In this case, a Confluence space containing all our brand and voice guidelines, which the agent has read and learned. What's most impressive is if the corporate marketing team update any of those guidelines, the agent's knowledge is automatically refreshed in real time. So it's always updating everybody with the latest advice and information based on your guidelines. And just like a human teammate, you can go back and forth to refine the output. Let's add a bit more excitement into the suggestion. And there we go. Finally, at Atlassian, we believe that feedback is a gift. That's why we've built a feedback loop directly into all Rovo agents. Any feedback given on an agent, good or bad, sometimes they make interesting choices, is relayed to its creator, in this case, my company's corporate marketing team. It's also in the agent directory, so when you're choosing an agent, you can find ones that other teams in your organization have said are incredibly high value for them. So that was the Comms Crafter agent, but there are many other out-of-the-box agents available in Rovo. For example, this one, called Backlog Buddy. It helps turn any product spec in Confluence directly into a set of epics in Jira, and then organize your backlog, even if you have hundreds or thousands of issues, into those epics. A third example, the Feature Flag Cleanup Agent. Now, this agent we built for ourselves inside Atlassian for our internal developer productivity using the Forge development platform. Now, removing a feature flag is a relatively simple engineering task. But in the course of a team's project, there may be hundreds of these taking up time for high-value work. I simply select the agent from this menu here on my Jira issue, and the agent has picked up the linked repository from the teamwork graph. And as always, it asks for confirmation before it does anything when it's created its plan. Now here, the user could tweak what might have gotten wrong or simply approve it to proceed. Now, because executing this multi-step plan can take a while, it takes currently about 3 to 5 minutes at Atlassian, far faster than a human teammate. The user can navigate away from it and go do something else. Agents always keep conversation history and their sessions, so nothing is lost. Now I go across to Confluence to continue my work, and when the agent is finished, it sends a notification using our standard notifications platform to let the user know that the pull request is ready, just like a human teammate would. And over in Bitbucket, I can see that this agent has submitted a pull request and added all of the appropriate reviewers based on the people graph, the issue, and the code itself. You can also see that the builds have run on the agent's code and that they're green. Yes, the agent has generated code and made all the changes to the repository. The team can go through and, of course, review the agent's changes and accept or decline. They are always in control. A team at Atlassian that's actually using this agent today has estimated it saved them 1,100 hours to clean up over 460 feature flags in the last 4 months. Simple, powerful, and experienced in the manner that you're used to using today, and incredibly time-saving. Finally, a quick demonstration of an agent that demonstrates the power of our Forge developer platform together with our marketplace partners. This time, we'll pick an agent that moves work forward directly in a Jira workflow. Meet the social media scribe agent, built to help creative teams respond to design requests for social media. Here in Jira Service Management, someone raises a ticket to get help from their creative team asking for some retro social media designs. Moments later, the agent has already generated some images that the creative designers can use, as it was inserted into the Jira workflow by you. You're always in control. Agents can integrate with other tools. In this example, it's using Canva's magic image to generate draft images. The agent, though, has also referenced that it has used our internal design guidelines from Confluence, and as a bonus, it's found examples of past work that it's already done, or other humans have already done as well, which might help, and maybe you can just reuse those. And just like replying to a teammate, it's natural. You reply to an agent with mentions and comments. Here, let's ask it for options with fewer colors. The agent again replies with some revised options. And from here, the creative team can edit these files directly in Canva. They can make some tweaks, and we can put the humans in the loop with the agents. Let's make a few minor adjustments, and once they're happy with the outcome, the teams respond with the final designs. Now, this collaboration is a great example, showcasing how these virtual teammates can accelerate time to value inside a team's Jira workflow by connecting work across tools and applications, and in a direct collaboration between human and AI-driven teammates in a very natural way. So those are Rovo Agents. When you buy Rovo, you get 20 agents out of the box. You can also custom build agents for your company, either using the Forge platform or with no code at all. And finally, many agents are already in the works from Atlassian Marketplace partners. At Atlassian, we've created more than 300 agents in the past 4 months for our own workflows. We believe that your organization will have thousands of agents running in the future, and we can't wait to see how these agents unleash the potential of your teams. So with Rovo, you get enterprise search across all your Atlassian platform, all your critical SaaS tools, and all of your company data. You get AI-powered contextual learning with knowledge cards, definitions, and chat. And you get agents that can extend your team in delightful ways. If you're excited about it as I am, you can sign up for the waitlist today to get into the early access program at atlassian.com/Rovo. And of course, Rovo fits directly into our teamwork foundations, helping with the shared challenges that every team have across your organization, right alongside Jira, Confluence, and Loom. So everything we've shown you in this morning's keynote is designed to unleash the potential of all teams in your organization. And I know we've covered a lot of ground. Thank you so much for being so attentive. Thanks for being awesome customers. And thanks for being here with us today or joining us online. And with that, let's open the show. Thank you very much.